What do you have here?
I have a harpoon gun.
That is amazing. Where in the world did you get this?
Got it in Cape Cod. I was looking at some real estate, and it was on the wall, and I made an offer to the guy, and he sold it to me as is.
That's kind of incredible. I've seen pictures of these. I've never seen one in real life. I don't know when it was made, but I'm assuming 1860s, 1870s. Up until the 1850s, whaling was the #5 industry in the United States. It was hugely important. You know, before electricity and before kerosene, whale oil burned very, very bright. It burned a white light, which nothing else came close. It was an incredible light source. But the second they came out with kerosene in the 1850s, the whale industry just started falling. Synthetic oils eventually replaced all that, and we need conservation. We need to quit killing whales. But stuff like this, you just don't see. I mean, tell me, have you fired it?
I have not fired it.
So, how much are you looking to get out of it?
You know, I'd like to get $7,500 for it.
Okay, it might be worth that. I actually have my buddy Alex, he's here helping me out. He's been my go-to guy when it comes to anything antique firearms.
Right.
So let me get him over here and get his opinion.
I've got Alex.
All
Hey,
right.
I'm Alex.
Hey, Alex, I'm Jay.
Nice to meet you. Oh, cool. Harpoon gun. Do you mind if I pick it up?
You may?
Okay. It's hefty, too.
I imagine the pressure that builds up in that barrel's got to be insane.
Well, it has to because the way this harpoon is designed on the back, that's pretty much the exact size of the bore. So whatever black powder you load in here, the idea is that you create enough of an explosion that it is going to thrust that harpoon out at high velocity, carrying the line, and then go into the skin of a whale.
Well, back then, they literally tied this off to a boat and you went for a ride.
So, do you know anything about the gun itself?
I see the markings on the barrel. It says New Bond Street.
98 New Bond Street, London. All right, so this is Holland and Holland. That's actually really good. Holland and Holland was basically the premier gun maker in London and England in the 1880s. On here, you can see these are proof marks. So it was proof marked in England. It's got a serial number here that matches the serial number of the barrel. That's great, means it hasn't been messed with. It's got the original harpoon, which is really important because many times those get lost. Have you ever fired it?
I have not fired it.
If it's functional, it'll have much more value than if it's not. I carry my tools with me. I have black powder. This would be very simple to fire if I can inspect it and it checks out. Would you allow me to fire it?
Oh, let's do this.
Oh, you would?
Oh, yeah, let's do this.
We need a suitable target.
So I really would need to fire that harpoon into something soft to not damage it.
I'll put chum on that.
I think I could find a target.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take this over to my spot and start inspecting it, all right?
Sounds great.
Okay.
And just hang out, have a good time. I'm gonna go look at some other stuff, all right?
That's great.
Nice target.
You know, it's the best I could do.
I mean, it's a good size. I have a higher chance of hitting it.
I was trying to put the odds in your favor.
I like it.
All right, you gonna shoot it?
Yeah, I inspected it. It looks great. It's ready to fire. Now, because of the harpoon, I'm gonna use 60 grains of black powder. In reality, this would have had at least double that, but there's gonna be a lot of recoil, and I just don't want to damage it. Put on your ear protection. You've got eye protection already, and I'll get it ready to fire.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah!
Where'd it go?
You hit it, but you didn't pop it. It bounced off of it. You got a good shot there, Alex, but I think that harpoon needs a little sharpening.
It really went out there.
Here it is. It's in good shape. That was awesome. Thank you.
Dude, that was great. That was great.
That was fabulous. What do you think it's worth?
Well, one, it works great. Two, it's Holland and Holland, so it's essentially the highest quality harpoon gun you could buy from that era. I think if you were gonna try to sell it, you would easily sell it for $5,000, maybe more.
Okay. Well, thanks, man. It was pretty amazing.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Alex.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Alex. Really appreciate that.
That was fun.
Okay, so super cool gun.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I kind of want it for myself.
Really?
Alex is saying, look, retail for like 5,000. So I'll give you 4 grand for it. I'm practically paying retail, which I never do in my entire life.
Would you do 5?
No.
I know you want this, Rick. Can we meet at 4,500 and call it a day?
It's a deal.
Beautiful. That's great.
All right.
Thanks, Rick.
All right,
I really
sweet, man.
appreciate it.
This is great. Let's go get you paid.
Let's do it. Thank you very much.
I'll clean the gun up for you, Rick.
Thanks, Job.